Hey, friends, welcome back to another episode of hashtag OPW, Old People Wisdom. I'm sure that the graphic and the name of this particular episode might have caught your attention. What the heck do I mean by get out of the mud? Well, let's tell ourselves the truth about where we're at in the world right now. And this is not going to be a soapbox message. However, I think that there's some important things in here that we need to take a look at. So, we're in an election year. We are in the middle of the 2024 Olympics. There has been controversy after controversy. The internet has been blowing up with all the different levels of controversy during the Olympic Games between the opening ceremonies and the boxing situation, and heaven forbid. And then we've got campaign ads running for the upcoming presidential election. Get out of the mud. What do I mean by that? Well, you get to decide if you're going to participate in any of that or not. You get to decide if that's how you choose to live your life and that's what you want to create around you. I don't. I don't want any part of any of that. I am very clear and I realize that I get to decide what comes into my environment, my personal space, my mental space, my spiritual space. I get to decide. And I'm also very clear that it doesn't matter who sits in that big Oval Office in the White House as far as what I'm capable of. Whoever's sitting in that chair does not dictate my future. I know that lots of people could say, oh, well, that person makes policies, that person dictates the flow of the country, the economy, blah, blah, blah. I beg to differ. People have been saying we're headed for a recession. Do you know where recession actually lives? It's not in the economy. Recession lives in your gray matter between your ears. People make money in a bad economy. People lose money in a good economy. It's not about the economy, right? So, as you're going through life, especially through the end of this year, what are you contributing to that's good, that's positive, that supports you, your community, your family, this world? If I seem a little low energy today, I just was on Facebook right before I came on to do this recording. And I found out that a friend of mine had passed. She's been battling cancer for the last 7 years. And when the cancer first came on board, I remember her saying, I just want to see my kids grow up. And she got to do that. She got to see her kids grow up. And I just found out that she passed 2 days ago. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to pass along a lesson that I learned from Deb. Deb was the first female Air Force pilot to ever be the first female drone commander of the drone force, which I think is pretty freaking cool. She was a total badass. And honestly, I think when she was first diagnosed, they expected her life expectancy to be much shorter. They did not know who they were dealing with. Cancer did not know who they were dealing with because she is a badass powerhouse. And I will forever be grateful that for the very brief time that we spent together at a leadership conference, and I got to know her very well. And one of the things that she shared with me that I will forever take away as a lesson in my world is the peanut gallery doesn't get a vote. It's your life. The peanut gallery doesn't get a vote. We were at this 10-day conference out in California, and on the very first night we were there, I managed to get injured and put my foot in a rabbit hole and kept walking. And so ended up with a meniscus tear, full leg immobilizer after going to the hospital, and did the rest of the 9 remaining days and a very strenuous 9 remaining days in a full leg immobilizer. And I was constantly being bombarded with feedback. That was one of the whole purposes of the experience at this leadership conference, was to get feedback. And the feedback wasn't always positive because people were judging me based on my injury or my physical capabilities or what was going on. And I was really down about that. And I'll never forget Deb turning to me and saying, hey, No one gets a vote. Don't let the peanut gallery have a vote in how you live your life. I think that's true right now with what we're talking about in this OPW. Get out of the mud. Don't participate. If that's not who you are, if you're not a gossip monger, if you're not into playing and slinging the mud and the negativity, don't participate. Keep it positive, keep it real, keep it light, keep it you. Keep it you. And realize that whatever happens in the world, nobody dictates your fate except you. I'll see you next time for another episode.